What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and you're watching NFL Daily. I'm starting the show off with a question. Who is the best quarterback in the NFL? And I'm asking because today's show is 2019 quarterback power rankings, and I base these rankings on quarterbacks I want starting for my team in 2019. So let's look at my worst quarterback in the NFL. Number 32, it's Eli Manning. Dude's got a noodle arm. They went out and drafted Daniel Jones. Eli, sorry, my man. Number 31 on this list is Josh Rosen. New home in Miami. Things don't go too hot for him in Cardinals last year. It's probably why they ended up trading him and drafting a quarterback who you're going to see a little bit later on in the show. Number 30 is Joe Flacco, now with the Denver Broncos. Sorry, Joe, you know I'm not a big fan of you. Number 29 is Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, I think Dwayne Haskins will be the starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins. Not impressed with Case Keenum. Let's go to New York now for 28. It's Sam Darnold. He struggled last season, throwing a bunch of interceptions. Now he's got a new running back in Le'Veon Bell. 27, the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Sometimes you're going to get good Andy, but you're all too often getting the bad Andy Dalton, especially at nighttime prime games. 26 is Josh Allen. Dude's got a huge arm, you know what they say, but he got it done with his legs last season in Buffalo. 25, Lamar Jackson. Speaking of getting it done with your legs, heck, Lamar Jackson broke the NFL record for most rush attempts by a quarterback, and he started week 11 on. So I'm asking everybody who's watching right now, because Chat Sports, we are the most interactive YouTube channel out there, point blank. Who is the worst quarterback in the NFL? I want you to comment below. But since you're watching on YouTube, stay right here because you're going to find out where I have Kyler Murray, the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, ranking my latest power rankings. Told you. Thank you for watching. Kyler Murray, 24. I'm really excited to see what this kid can do. Now, some people are probably going to get mad at me for having him ranked 24 over some players who have already played. But the 2018 Heisman winner, number 1 overall pick, guess what? I shouldn't say his teammate, Baker Mayfield, he did pretty good his rookie year. Kyler Murray, 24, maybe it's a little bit too low. 23, Marcus Mariota. If he can stay healthy and he can use his legs, Marcus Mariota is really, really entertaining. A player drafted before him, 1 pick, Jameis Winston, number 22. I'm interested to see what Jameis can do with Bruce Arians. They have a fun, exciting offense, but Jameis, you got to limit eating W's. Well, actually, you eat real W's, and you need to limit the turnovers, my man, because you do have a pretty solid arm. Number 21 is Matthew Stafford. If this was a beer-chugging contest, Matthew might be ranked number 1, definitely over Aaron Rodgers. But in terms of just quarterback play entering 2019 year, Matthew Stafford is 21 on my list. So Kyler Murray, Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston, and Matthew Stafford. I promise you, if you're going to watch our shows, you need to be interacting with us. So I want you to comment below. I want you to rank these 4 quarterbacks. I had it Murray, Mariota, Winston, and Stafford, but I want you guys to rank these 4 quarterbacks. Let's go to number 20, shall we? It's Kirk Cousins, who I would argue is the most overpaid quarterback in the NFL. You pay somebody $84 million guaranteed, and then you give him Stephon Diggs. You give him Adam Thielen. You have a solid tight end in Kyle Rudolph. You're running back, Dalvin Cook, Latavius Murray, and yet you weren't good enough to make the playoffs. So Kirk Cousins at number 20. Number 19 is Derek Carr. Derek Carr last year struggled a little bit in 2018. Heck, he had his lowest touchdown output with only 19, but he did have a career high in over 4,000 yards. If we can get Derek Carr back to 2016, 2015-like years, where he was an MVP candidate, watch out for him to climb up these rankings. Number 18, Nick Foles. Nick Foles now has a new home with the Jacksonville Jags. Super Bowl MVP. Let's see if he can get it done with now Jacksonville, who, let's not forget, in 2017, probably should have beat the Patriots to advance to the Super Bowl. Number 17 on this list, Mitchell 365 Trubisky. Let's see if Trubisky can keep it rolling here in year 3. But I mean, come on. Can we really trust anybody with the name Mitchell? You guys let me know in the comments section. Number 16 of the Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton. This was probably the hardest one for me to rank. If you could tell me right now that Cam Newton's shoulder is 100% healthy, I have him ranked a lot higher. But the shoulder injury scares me a little bit because last year was his first year where he didn't have over 5 rushing touchdowns his entire career in a season. Cam, are you healthy? Comment below. Jimmy Garoppolo, number 15 on my list. Another player. Are you healthy? Because I think when Jimmy Garoppolo is healthy, he is really fun and exciting to watch. Also, quarterbacks that win games, it's important. And Jimmy Garoppolo, since he's been a starter, he's 8-2. He's also gotten some work underneath Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And between you and me, Those guys are pretty smart. And you'll be smart too if you use this promo code by MyBookie. Use our promo code ChatNFL for 100% deposit bonus. So if you put down $50, you're going to get $50 for free. You put down $100, get $100 for free. Play now, chatsports.com/MyBookie. You think you're smarter than me? You want to challenge me? Slide in my DMs at Mitchell Renz 365. Now, who is your favorite quarterback in the NFL? I want you to comment below. So if you watch this video on Facebook, if you see it on YouTube, heck, if you see it on anywhere on social media, I want you to comment below. Who is your favorite quarterback? Chances are most of y'all are probably going to comment my number 14 quarterback. It's Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. There's going to be some people that say Dak should be ranked in the top 5. There's other people who I guarantee a comment that Dak should be below 20. But here's the thing with Dak. He wins. Point blank. He's won his division 2 out of the last 3 years. Also, 6 rushing touchdowns in every single year he's played. So sure, these are only his career passing numbers. 67 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. You also need to add the rushing totals in there. And like I said before, the dude wins. Point blank simple. Another guy who wins games, well, since he actually got a head coach that knows what he's doing, it's Jared Goff. Last year lost in the Super Bowl, sure, did not play too hot in the Super Bowl, but Jared Goff is on a very talented team. The Rams team, I think, is one of the best teams in the entire NFL, and it's why he's ranked 13. I'm just getting choked up on Jared Goff. Number 12 on my list, let's go to the city of brotherly love. It's Carson Wentz, who he just got himself a nice payday, $107 million guaranteed. My thing with Carson is if this dude is healthy, I would actually argue Carson Wentz as a top 7 quarterback when healthy. But health is a major concern, especially because if you're not on the field, you're not doing too much for me. Now, his current MVP odds, you're going to see a lot of these, are all courtesy of our sponsor, MyBookie. But let's look back at the 2016 NFL draft because my last 3 quarterbacks that I mentioned were all drafted there. Jared Goff was the first overall pick. Carson Wentz was the second overall pick. And then Dak Prescott, I would argue the steal of the draft, 135th overall. So you see Jared Goff, you see Carson Wentz, and Dak Prescott. Which of these 3 quarterbacks is the best in 2016? I want you to type G for Goff, type W for Wentz, and type P for Prescott. You want to be an overachiever and just rank these 3 guys? Because you're like, Mitch, you're crazy. You've got the IQ of a pigeon. You want to comment below how you would rank these 3 quarterbacks? I want you to do it. Let's go to number 11 on my list. It's Big Ben. You would talk about longevity, experience. I love Ben Roethlisberger. Here's the other thing. He does turn the ball over quite a bit, and I want to see what Ben Roethlisberger can do in a year now without Antonio Brown. I think the one thing that we don't talk about nearly enough for the Steelers is how well they are at drafting wide receivers. Maybe Ben's been a little bit spoiled with some solid wide receivers. Now, he did lead the league last year with 5,129 passing yards. However, he also led the NFL with 16 interceptions. Sure, when you chuck the ball as much as the Pittsburgh Steelers do, you're going to throw INTs. But I think we can all agree there are some games where Ben Roethlisberger looks like probably the best quarterback in the NFL. And then there's other weeks where I'm like, man, how's this guy even a starter? Let's go to a quarterback in his division, Baker Mayfield. Now, if you guys like fantasy football, he's one of my top 5 fantasy football quarterbacks. But Baker, in his first year, his rookie year, throws for 27 touchdowns in 14 games. That's the NFL record for most passing touchdowns by a rookie. Now, you're going to give this guy OBJ? Oh, man, I am super excited to see this offense with David Njoku, with Chubb, with Kareem Hunt, with Jarvis Landry. This offense is going to be absolutely stellar. That's probably why he has the 6th best odds to win MVP. Let's go to number 9, Houston. Do we have a problem? Nah, not with Deshaun Watson, because this guy is an absolute stud. You could argue the best dual threat quarterback in the NFL. He gets it done with his arm. He's going to get it done with his legs. Now, sure, DeAndre Hopkins, that's going to help. But 52 total touchdowns in 23 career games. That's silly good. Silly, silly good. Now, for you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, which quarterback do you hate the most? Do you want to know which quarterback I despise the most? Watch our videos because it's pretty freaking obvious. Which quarterback do you hate the most? Make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Turn on those notifications so you can watch all of our awesome, awesome videos. Let's go to number 8, shall we? Philip Rivers of the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, speaking of Philip, give all the dads out there a happy Father's Day because this guy's got more kids than I think anyone in the world. Now, he's got over 28 passing touchdowns and over 4,200 yards in 6 straight seasons. The issue with Philip Rivers, 1 playoff win in those last 6 years. Now, sure, He's in the AFC, and throughout his entire career, man, he's been battling guys like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. And now he's got to deal with Patrick Mahomes and Andrew Luck. But guess what, Philip? You need me a quarterback to win some games in the regular season? I do like Philip. Playoffs? Playoffs? Yeah, not too sure. Number 7, Matty Ice. Matt Ryan, I think, is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. And sure, well, I think when you look at his first few years in the league, he wasn't, I guess, too great. Kind of another quarterback kind of getting swept aside by some of these great quarterbacks, like a quarterback in his division, Drew Brees. But over the last 3 years, heck, last year, 4,924 yards, 35 touchdowns. The dude just won the MVP not too long ago. Matt Ryan, I think, is a stellar quarterback. This year is going to play a lot of games inside a dome, and he doesn't have Steve Sarkisian, which, between you and me, that's going to help a lot. Number 6, Russell Wilson. Love me some Russell Wilson, man. Great quarterback. Now the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, making $35 million a year. I wake up every morning, come to work here at Chat Sports, and just hope that I have $35 million waiting for me once I get here. The 7th best odds, as my producer shakes his head, 7th best odds to win the MVP, 34 passing touchdowns in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Like I mentioned, the highest paid quarterback per year in the NFL, making $35 million, but yet he's only 6th on my list. Is maybe he the most overrated quarterback in the NFL? Nah, it's Kirk Cousins. Number 5 on my list, my dude. My favorite quarterback in the NFL, it's Drew Brees. It kind of pains me a little bit to put him at number 5, but when I consider everything that he's got around him right now, it's probably why he has the 2nd best odds to win the NFL MVP. 30 touchdowns in 10 of the last 11 years. Heck, he had a career high passer rating with 115.7 in 2018. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here with our quarterbacks, and it's really tough for me to rank Drew Brees, who I do absolutely love, at number 5. Now, Drew Brees' MVP odds were plus 700. So I'm going to ask everybody watching right now, who will be the NFL MVP in 2019? Do you think you know? Do you know where you can put your money down? You can do it at MyBookie. Use our promo code ChatNFL for 100% deposit bonus. You see that link down there? chatsports.com/mybookie. If you go to that, it helps me out. It helps Chat Sports out. It helps us do more shows, so do it. Go to chatsports.com/mybookie, and when you do, be smart about it. Get a 100% deposit bonus. Use our promo code ChatNFL. Now, here are the MVP winners of the last 5 years. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, Aaron Rodgers. What do they all have in common? They're all quarterbacks. So guess what? I'm going to put my money down on a quarterback, and the guy that I'm actually putting my money down on this year, you want to find out? Well, stay tuned because he's actually number 4 on my list. It's Andrew Luck. I am putting my money down on MVP for Andrew Luck. I absolutely love what this Colts team continues to do. NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2018. Heck, he threw for 39 touchdowns last year, and then they upgraded their offense for him. Now, he's got the 3rd best odds tied there with plus 800. But I'm looking at overall value. I'm looking at overall talent, team, everything around him. I'm putting my money on Andrew Luck, who was ranked number 4 in my latest 2019 NFL quarterback power rankings. Top 3 time. Number 3, Tom Brady, 42. I don't really know how else to explain it besides there's a point in me where I'm like, I could put him at number 1 because if I want to win a game, I'm going to probably pick Tom Brady. 6-time Super Bowl champion, most by a single player, 3rd most NFL MVPs, or 3-time NFL MVP winner, most recent in 2017. 5th best odds to win the MVP, and yet I understand he's 42. And in the regular season, he might not put up some of the numbers that some of these other quarterbacks do. But if you're telling me right now I got to pick a quarterback to win me a game in the playoffs, it's almost got to be Tom. Well, Tom Brady, that is. I mean, the Tom that works here, he's all right. Number 2 on my list, let's get in the top 2. I would argue the most talented quarterback in the NFL. It's Green Bay Packers' Aaron Rodgers. 25 touchdowns last year, 2 interceptions. You want to talk about just putting up touchdowns? He's got the best touchdown to interception ratio in NFL's history. He throws for every touchdown, 4.22 touchdowns to every 1 interception. The next closest is Tom Brady with 3. It is not even close touchdown to interception ratio for Aaron Rodgers. Now, if he can stay healthy this year, because I think he was a little bit banged up last year, and he's got the plus 800 odds, Aaron Rodgers is another very sneaky pick to win MVP. But this show's about the best quarterback in the NFL, right? No surprise. Number 1, reigning MVP, Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, when you throw for 50 touchdowns, and realistically, your first year, you're number 1 in my book. If you're telling me right now I could build a team around anyone, it's Patrick Mahomes. And the fact that this guy has only started 17 games in his career is laughable to me. Now, his plus 400 odds, they are the best odds to win MVP in 2019, but it's not too often that a quarterback, or any player for that matter, wins MVP in back-to-back seasons. So Patrick Mahomes, I think, is the best quarterback in the NFL, and you can guarantee that I'm going to be looking in the comments section to hear all the mean things that you guys say about me, and who knows, I might put him on screen. Actually, I guarantee I'll put him on screen. 32, worst quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion, Eli Manning. 28 through 25, Sam Darnold, Dalton, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Where does Kyler Murray rank for me? Just ahead, or just below, Marcus Mariota. Matthew Stafford, like I said, beer chugging contest, give me him. Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Mitchell Trubisky rounding out 20 through 17. Then I got Jared Goff, Dak, Jimmy, Cam Newton. Cam, really tough one to rank for me there. Let's get in my top 12. Wentz, Roethlisberger, Mayfield, Deshaun Watson. 8 through 5, this is where I think it's just a different tier of quarterback play. Rivers, Ryan, Wilson, Drew Brees. And then my top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL entering 2019, Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to ask everybody watching one more time, who is the best quarterback in the NFL? And if you don't like my rankings, the coolest thing about the internet, you can hit me up at my Twitter below, at Mitchell Renz 365. Make sure you turn on those notifications. Make sure you subscribe to Chat Sports, the most interactive channel, because guess what? I'm going to be looking in the comments section below.